What are you doing?
Filming?
Pictures of us?
Yeah.
Can I get your badge number?
0016.
Cool.
Is it shiny enough for you?
It's very shiny, sir.
All right. Give me your driver's license, Mr. Fifth Amendment rights.
You filming right now?
I am.
How come?
He's got a camera on. He's got a camera on me right now as we're talking.
So Davi, tell me what Bitcoin is.
It's a pretty big question. It's essentially a ledger. You could think of it as money indigenous to the internet. Most currencies are indigenous to a geographic region. This is one that was released into the wild on the internet as a sort of free piece of software. But what's interesting about it is that everyone in the network kind of syncs with each other. And so the ledger is always consistent across all users, which makes it a record of transactions, which means that it is a consensus process of what each person is holding. But because it's in like alphanumeric addresses as opposed to usernames, it's kind of pseudonymous. It's not perfectly anonymous, but it can be, except that perfect anonymity doesn't exist. But it's essentially, I mean, it's cash for the internet.
Okay. Now, you co-run Bitcoin Not Bombs, right?
Right.
That was the first purchase I made through your website with Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain what Bitcoin Not Bombs is?
Sure. So this was early in the popularity of Bitcoin, when it looked like regulators were going to be demonizing it and attacking it for various reasons. It's drug money, it's prostitute money, it's terrorist money, stuff like that. And so we were committed to demonstrating that it was also, it provided tools to charitable work that cash didn't, right? It meant that we could send donations to organizations across borders, through walls, over oceans, without government permission, without government forms, and without government oversight. We could take direct action to help people in other places. And so the plane became the logo because we had this notion, sort of like airdropping gift packages, right? And so we did a number of charitable projects, and we did outreach material and activism to sort of promote this in the charitable space, get other charities to adopt Bitcoin as a donation wallet.
Sure. Now, one of my first purchases from you, before I even met you, was from ShinyBadges.com.
Right.
It was copblock.org. Shiny Badge.
The badge, the shiny badge, yeah.
So tell me why you started ShinyBadges.com.
Yeah, so this was my first kind of step into agorism. I don't even remember how long ago it was. It must have been 5 or 6 years ago. Most people, when they get into the festival circuit, the first thing they want to do is t-shirts, right? And t-shirts are problematic. They're heavy, they're large, they come in sizes that you run out of, and so you're constantly piecemealing these sorts of things, that these designs that you don't have all the sizes you want, and then you lose a sale, right? And so I started thinking, well, what is the absolute value of a t-shirt? What is the value proposal you're giving the customer? And it's the ability to advertise their message, their ideology on their person. And so I thought, well, I understand precious metals. Things get more valuable when they're smaller and when they're more universal. So, a lapel pin is one size fits all. It's small, so it's easy for me to travel with, and it's kind of classy. Like, I wanted something more than casual wear. I wanted something that you'd wear with a suit coat. I wanted to dress up the Liberty movement. You know what I mean? So my first sort of agorist endeavor was to go to Liberty Forum in New Hampshire with some merchandise and sell it, and it was wildly successful, and it caught on. And so I took the money that I made from that to roll into other designs, to roll into other products. Now I do patches and I do a bunch of other things, and it's become this funny little anarchist paraphernalia empire.
Very cool. Do you have any other resources that people interested in Bitcoin and agorism should check out?
Well, Daily Anarchist is pretty good. I'm the editor there, and there's a number of articles. Like, it's primarily anarchist stuff, but it's also been it was an early adopter of Bitcoin. The website itself actually doesn't accept dollars, doesn't touch dollars anymore. Like, if writers are going to be paid, they're going to be paid in Bitcoin. The hosting is paid in Bitcoin. So, and the same with Bitcoin Not Bombs. These organizations don't touch US money anymore. So that's a good resource.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much for answering some of my questions, and it's always a pleasure to listen to you on the Freedom Fiends and to check you out on Bitcoin.bombs and all the other good social media you're doing out there, man.
Well, cool. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, very cool. Thank you.
If I end up on YouTube, I'm going to be upset.